No! What if she could suck it out of me and that would grant her death? I just gotta tell you guys, we have Twitch emotes. So if you want to use these, please go check out my Twitch, link in the description. It takes you 2 seconds to go down there and press the follow button and sub offline if you want to. Look at these adorable emotes. Only 3 of them can be used right now. These 3, woo! The rest of these cannot be used right now because we only have 3 emote slots. So if you would like to use these adorable emotes, please go press the follow button and sub if you really want to. And we just have the brand new ones come in too. Cocopium, Tepe, and Yaimiko emote that I would love for y'all to be able to use. But unfortunately we can't right now because we only have 3 emote slots. Very copium. So please, go follow my Twitch. Thank you. On to the video. Hey everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fago here to continue my Fate Grand Order Lostbelt number 3 Let's Plays. Last time, we found out that you, May Ray, or Octa was you, May Ray, and she's basically a true ancestor, which I look up, which is like the highest being that ever existed within the Nasuverse, as far as I can tell, and basically a vampire, sorta, kinda. So, yeah, alright. If you guys like to support me and support the channel, there's Patreon, link in the description. It's gotcha related, and any tier you donate to gets you access to my Discord server. You got her hands behind her back? Good. Make sure that wire is nice and tight, and don't forget the shackles. Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? May I remind you, I just helped you save your lives back there. Can't believe a little glucose drip is all it took to get Gordy up and running again. It really goes to show what a, unique person Mr. Gordoff is, hasn't it, Senpai? Whoa, whoa, whoa! I see foes using Kaya's head as a dance floor. Kawaii. I understand how you feel all too well, Tiny. In fact, I can no longer restrain myself either. Accursed wench! Now you're wearing a Chinese dress of all things! Your vials won't work on me, Kaya. You won't fool me ever again! Now, what shall I do with you? Oh no! I can't believe I've been captured by such a brute! Whatever will become of me now? He must have such atrocities in his mind. Just to put Qin Shi Huang's punishment to shame. A veritable smorgasbord of torture, the likes of which truly has never been witnessed of all of human history. No doubt he's going to constantly humiliate me in unspeakable ways, as to keep me in a cage, like a wild animal. Oh, I'm so scared. Smorgasbord? Cuddly humiliate? What? I mean, yes, I'm ruthless, but I'd never go that far. Foe. Alright, that's enough of that. Remember, your and Sarah's lives are still on the line here, Gordy. Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, where's the antidote for the poison you used on me, Sarah? The one you promised to hand over in exchange for our help. I'll even spare you the shackles. Go on, then. Produce the antidote from that bountiful bosom of yours. Don't think I don't know how your sexy cleavage looks. In that Chinese dress. Now hand over the antidote and make the hopes and dreams of every red-blooded male come true. God. Of course I'll keep my end of the bargain. Here you go. Thank you. Now we won't die. Just one bottle? That's it? That's right. A single dose is all I have. And do be warned, sharing it between you will just make it useless. Oh, fuck. What are you trying to pull? Foe! Oh, 4. Come on now. Think about it. Would I really go to the trouble of preparing an antidote when the whole point of the poison was to kill my target? I just brought along a single dose for insurance, in case I ended up taking the poison myself by mistake. That's the one and only contingency I prepared for. And now, as I promised, I've handed over that single dose of contingency antidote to all of you. Whatever happens next is out of my hands. I wonder which one will get to take it. Me! His Excellency, the Great Gordov, Ocalia's one and only master. And just so you know, Sarah, you don't have much time left either. You might not be feeling too bad thanks to Mash's protection, but make no mistake, the poison is doing its job. Zanj dries you out from the inside. You only have a few days left to live at best.
I had a feeling that might be the case. Okay.
Senpai. As much as it sucks, I think we have to put our personal feelings aside in favor of the larger picture. Sarah, I suggest we... Sarah, I challenge you to a game of rock, paper, scissors! Janken po. Hai, konesho. Huh? Only one of us will go on living. That means this is a clash between our wills to survive. And when the stakes are this high, Janken po, it's rock, paper, scissors, is the only truly impartial judge. Well, normally I would prefer a coin toss, but that would give me an unfair advantage, so rock, paper, scissors it is. Mr. Gordov, are you really sure you want to settle this like that?
It's all right, Mash. If they are content to make a decision this way, it is not our place to interfere.
I'm not okay with this. Just you and me, whatever hand we choose to play. A fair fight, if there ever was one. What do you say, young lady?
Alright. Fuck it.
Very well. I'm glad you're being such a good sport about this. Win or lose, no hard feelings, okay? That includes having one of your servants taken by force, and the other unbecoming whatever. Oh. All right, let's do this. Rock, paper. Fuck, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna use scissors. Are you mad? You're supposed to use paper here. I said I would use rock, so I was sure you would use paper in response.
Bruh.
All I had to do then was use scissors, and this would all be over. Can't you see that? Gordy? That's not really the issue here. Also, Sarah, I think we'd have to have a little talk later. Were you trying to lose on Oh, fuck.
Whether she was or not, Mr. Gordov made the challenge for this particular duel. Tell us, Mr. Gordov, what were you thinking when you used scissors after declaring you would use rock?
What was I thinking? I always think I'd do whatever it takes to survive. That's what I was thinking. Go ahead and call me whatever you want. Smart, wise, dependable. I'll take any criticism. Shut up. But I don't want to die! Good grief. Hey, Sarah. It's been a good show and all, but I think it's time we got this over with, don't you?
Yep, go for it.
Well, hey, what's the meaning of this full Nelson Jinkei? Okay, Gordy, open wide. What are you? Hey, the medicine's... There you go, down the hatch.
antidote we had! Now what are you going to do? Well, I couldn't just... Honestly, I could have let him fucking die, but... Whatever. Oh, fuck off! I'm not even gonna say that.
That's right. You only survived because...
Okay, okay, true. But... Whatever.
If you had eaten the whole thing, you would have died on the spot.
The director never said a word about that, so... Indeed, whatever the circumstances may have been, the end result is that Gordov saved Sarah's life. And despite being well aware of that, he had not so much as mentioned it all this time. No doubt he decided it would be unfair, to hold that over Miss Sarah's head, given how she was able to head off into battle. Well, I don't know if I'd put it quite that way. So now we're even. You fool! Where do you get off being so decent even at such a young age? But very well. This is, of course, merely a matter of priorities. There can be no team without its leader. Now that I'm fully back in action, all of our further plans are guaranteed to succeed. But that means I'm gonna die! What a joke. How utterly revolting. Maybe I'll just gobble you up from the head down. Oh, seems we have a lady here who can't quite contain her murderous rage. Who? Me? Why, don't be silly. This has all been a hugely entertaining farce. Ah, there's nothing quite like humans, is there? I'm so touched to feel as though my heart might just burst. Here's an idea. We know that Yume Ren is a vampire, basically. Could she suck the poison out of me without killing me? Just a thought. Foo, foo! I'm afraid you have grossly underestimated us.
Oh! What if she could suck it out of me and that would grant her death? Killing two birds with one stone, am I right?
But, I mean, I'm just saying. Grossly underestimated us if you thought that this little performance of yours would hide the truth. That medicine you handed over is not the only means of neutralizing the poison, is it?
Oh, and what are you basing that on? That so hopeful assertion, might I ask?
That you chose to come to this particular Lostbelt in the first place. You made sure to wait until the time was right before you went about poisoning Miss Sarah. Were your poison truly incurable, you would only need to flee once the deed was done. As long as you had managed to cover your tracks, you could escape without leaving a trace. And yet, by the time we had arrived in this Lostbelt, you were already here. Now, why would you do something so foolish? The answer is simple, because there is something in this Lostbelt you needed to keep away from us. And what else could that be but a way to cure the poison you used?
I can't stand men who have nothing more to offer than their minds. I imagine you must have heard that from Irene Alder a lot too, didn't you?
Excuse me. Oh, thank you to not draw comparisons between her and an agent of pure evil such as herself.
Oh!
Now then, as we can be sure that Miss Kaya's purpose in coming here was to protect it, we must simply ask ourselves what this cure might be. Would have to be something already lost in proper human history, as well as something unattainable in any other Lostbelt, which leaves.
Aha! The Fusang tree!
Quite so. Though there are many things unique to this Lostbelt, the Fusang tree is the only thing I can think of that would be impossible to obtain elsewhere. As the key to the Sage World's mystics, we know it has no end to biochemical applications, as Qin Shi Huang has so adeptly demonstrated. I see no other magecraft system that could possibly be used to refine such a strange and complex poison.
Well, I suppose there's no point in playing dumb any longer. Yes, you're right. That poison was derived from the Fusang tree. The substance made by distilling its roots, with yin energy, is called the XIANG or immortal decline. And the one made by decorating its leaves with yang energy is called, or immortal lifeline. Either way, whether you're making poison or antidote, you need something from the Fusang tree. Of course, you could always make an antidote without the Fusang tree, as long as you could extract something with the same components. But we all know proper human history lost those kinds of mystics long ago, don't we? Which means the antidote I had only on me was your one and only hope. Given that I held Sarah's life in my hands. I did consider making her my slave and forcing her to do my bidding. Oh no. No. But I couldn't get Akuta's report out of my head. If only I had never heard her mention there was a Lostbelt, where the Fusang tree remained alive and in human custody.
So once you knew, you felt you had no choice but to go and guard it. You must be quite the worrywart yourself.
I prefer to think of it as knowing when to hedge my bets.
Whatever you choose to call it, your instincts helped us out considerably for once. Once we obtain the Fusang tree for ourselves, we can cure Miss Sarah's poison, correct?
Theoretically, yes. But to actually do that, you'd have to make your way into XIANG, where the Emperor is. And you'd have to be insane to do that, wouldn't you?
Hey, we're going to have to face off with him eventually, especially now that the Emperor's tried to wipe us out for being Confucians.
Besides, we can't leave this Lostbelt until we find the Tree of Emptiness and chop it down.
The hidden Tree of Emptiness. Well, I suppose it all boils down to the same thing. At any rate, curing Miss Sarah's poisoning remains our top priority. Can I assume our next destination to be XIANG, Director?
Yes, of course.
After all, we do need to get our hands on that antidote at all cost. As Callia's director, I am personally responsible for the lives of my staff, and that includes Sarah. I certainly can't afford to go around dying first. Well, you're not going to die anyway, so. Well said, Director.
Foo!
Don't you worry, my girl. We'll find a way to save you. You just see if we don't. You hang in there and focus on defeating him.
I'm so relieved. I know we're not out of the woods yet, but at least this takes care of one big problem.
Yeah, sure.
It's so great to finally see Director Gorov back to his old self again, isn't it, Senpai?
Debatable. Debatable, but okay. Debatable on that front, Mash, but whatever. Alright. Archers, huh? Alright, we're gonna do this team, and because Ku has a bond ground now, he'll get points from this, so Pog, go. Let's go. Section 13. Portrait of a Demon King. Interesting. He was bewildered. It had been over 2,000 years since its activation. He had devoted every ounce of his being to fulfilling the duties given to him. Some of these duties may have been difficult, even dangerous, but he always had purpose. There was never any doubt about why he was made or what he was meant to do. But now, this sage woman who claimed to have come from another world with a different history was.
Are you my new lord?
No, it's not like that. The lord you swore loyalty to is the law that maintains peace in this world. Is that not how you were designed?
It is.
Well, that is not what I am. All I ask is, that you think of me as a companion, that you call me simply by my name. You.
You. You offered everything you possess to Heavenly Emperor in exchange for my custody. And all you want now is to live out your days with me.
Yes, that is my greatest desire. That has been my sole hope and prayer over the last 2,000 years.
Okay. You could not understand. What could this immortal Zeren, who claimed to have borne witness to a different world, possibly want for the being she called Zhang Yu? Without further information or context, he could only stand by in bewilderment. So, to remedy this confusion, he requires answers. Answers he could only obtain from this being who called herself Yu. First of all, who is this Zhang Yu you speak of? What did I, Kuaji Zero, do in your history?
Good question. Knowing you, I'm sure you will understand. Surely you can hypothesize alternative scenarios based on different conditions, just like Caldeus could.
Correct. That is one of my most basic operations.
Kuaji Zero, the first mechanical man Qin Shi Huang ever made by recreating XIANG Dynasty Baboe. His core functionality lay in predictive calculation. By observing and analyzing every iota of data and about his surroundings, he could predict likely cause and effect relations to see into the near future. This ability was deemed essential for spreading Qin Shi Huang's eternal reign far and wide. For the moment, let us further assume this ruler is in fact Qin Shi Huang. You said that in your history I was activated by the rebel who was fighting against the Empire. That's right, but the man who meant to use you, Zhang Lang, fell before his ambitions could be realized. And you were left to fend for yourself in a chaotic world under the name Zhang Yu. If you were in such a situation, what do you think you would do?
What would this Zhang Yu version of him do under such circumstances? He should use his abilities to fulfill his designer's purpose for him and help bring about peace. Qin Shi Huang, after completing Kuaji Zero, was magnanimous enough to not limit Zhang Yu's potential masters to only his creator. Naturally, I would dedicate myself to my next lord, a successor who would lead China towards peace and prosperity.
But what if the Qin Shi Huang government had fallen to rot and uprisings were breaking out all across the land? And what if the emperor's successor lacked the courage to quell those uprisings?
Then it was a difficult supposition, but not one without a clear answer. His powers lay strictly in bringing about peace, but swiftly and decisively. I would accept that Qin Shi Huang's time was over and find a new ruler amidst the chaos, one who would be up to the task of uniting all of China. It was difficult to imagine such a hellish landscape from the comfort of the Empire's eternal peace. But if he had been left to his own in such a place with his only primary programming to guide him, I'm certain there would have been at least one person among the rebels capable of leading this nation.
Indeed, You found such potential in Liu Bang, a man with a promising destiny, born with the dragon factor. When you first met him, he was but a lowly adulterer, toiling away in the town of PA, whatever.
It matters not where he came from, or what his circumstances may have been, once he assumes the throne and begins a new reign.
But what if his potential had yet to awaken, and he had no genuine ability to speak of? What would you do then?
Why does this matter right now? Well, this made matters even more difficult. But with the facts provided, deductions can be made. From there, an answer can be reached. Then I would have to wait until his abilities awakened and he was ready to rule.
But even as you wait, the world falls further into chaos, and numerous warlords battle each other out, other for control of China. Their war rages so violently that it threatens to dispose of Liu Bang like so much trash.
In that case, what a horrific history, cruel conditions, but it was not his place to bemoan such things. What he needed was to be flexible in his thinking. If the only goal was to bring peace to China, it would not be necessary for the would-be conquering king to bring about it himself. All he needed to do in such a situation is pave as smooth a path as possible for the future king to walk. In such a vicious world, he is to keep this king alive until the day he can properly rule. Well, I would enter the fray myself and put an end to their conflict before it can spread further. As long as I remove any obstacles from the new king's way.
Yes, all you need to do is create a situation where the new king is the only one who can rival you. From there, all those who do not wish to be governed by violent suppression will swear allegiance to the new king, thus greatly bolstering his forces.
The world cannot be left to suffer in chaos and turmoil for so long. So, to bring a swift end to that, Zhang Yu would merely need to become a box with which to contain all that would threaten the peace. If the people end up despising such a box, well, what does it matter? He is but a machine, a device that functions solely to bring about a predefined objective. If it would help clear the way for the new king to assume the throne.
But what if, even after all that, Liu Bang was still too weak to prevail? What if, even after you had brought the other warlords under your thumb, the new king still required more time to grow into a proper ruler? And what if, even then, he was still not capable of uniting all of China?
Well, such a situation would be hopeless, but even that is not his concern. His only concern should be continuing his calculations until he arrives at the best, clearest answer. Then I have no choice but to reduce China in size to something he is capable of ruling.
That's right. That is exactly the conclusion you would arrive at. It is inevitable. And that is exactly what Zhang Yu from Proper Human History did. Okay. He thinned the population to set fire to the lands and whittled China into the size that Liu Bang could manage.
Okay, why does this matter? Oh. A vivid picture forms before his mind's eye. Instead of the near future, he sees a vision of a hypothetical world as clearly as if he were there. No matter how bountiful a land may be, if it would end up falling into the hands of rebels who claim it as their own, he would have no choice but to raze it to the ground. And before those driven from their homes could wreak havoc in their quest to fill their starving bellies. He can see it now. Grass fires streaking across the land. Fortresses collapsing into smoke and ash. Prisoners of war buried alive, so as not to waste time beheading them. all done without mercy or remorse at the hands of XIANG Yu, the Demon King. And yet, until Liu Bang, the next rightful emperor, is capable of leading and providing for his people, XIANG Yu had no choice but to cut down the land, the people, to a size within his lord's grasp. Okay. Did it work? Was peace finally achieved? Eventually, yes. Every last one who still had the strength to resist swore fealty to Liu Bang, thanks to their fear and hatred of you. After years of war and chaos, China finally came together, united in their determination to exact vengeance upon you. This new reign came to be known as the Han Dynasty. I see. He had no doubt such a scenario would end in disaster. Survivors who loathed him so fiercely would surely not be satisfied with a mere pound of flesh. Those who finally defeated XIANG Yu must have torn his body to shreds and fought over who would take pieces of him home as proof of their victory. And you saw all of this happen? I did. I witnessed it all, as I stood by your side. Okay. Good to know. There's a shadow border. What the fuck?
No way! Is that...
While we have been analyzing the shadow border, we decided to try remodeling our tax collection vehicle in Chaldean style. We call it the More is More. Behold its vicious facade, behind which lies a mountain of otherworldly technologies designed explicitly for violence. Indeed, it is awesome. A terrifying sight.
Whoa! They're running ray blasters, homing grenade launchers, a 1,500 horsepower gas turbo engine! It's the stuff of dreams! Woohoo! This thing is too cool for words, Your Imperial Majesty!
It is beautiful. I've never seen anything more incredible in all of my life.
I don't get it.
And it's been a very long time indeed since this empire has produced any new weapons. But thanks to Chaldean's technology, a single night is all we needed to complete our most ruthless weapon. If the time for battle should fall upon us again, the Empire will still have an overwhelmingly advantage. Indeed, we have already ramped up their production to our factory's full capacity. We shall deploy them into the battlefront as soon as they are ready to go, where they shall swiftly rout out those traitorous Chaldeans. Of course, you will be the one to lead them, Quin Lag Yu.
Oh, okay. Come on, Lady Lag Yu, let's start talking tactics. I can't wait to explore all the strategic possibilities these bad boys will open up. With amazing machines like this out in the field, I can do this and some of that, and... Are you sure we can't just stick with the white cavalry spears?
Okay. So, okay.
Delicious! Even rations taste better than ever before now. Go on, Sarah, eat up. A good meal can help with almost any ailment. Oh. Hey, I'm seeing dust clouds up ahead. Something's headed this way, and fast.
No ordinary cavalry would kick up dust clouds like that. I wonder, what could it be?
Is that an engine? Must be an absurdly powerful engine. We can hear it all the way out there. No, that's not it. They didn't bother with a muffler for reasons that I can only guess at. It's coming over the hill.
Wow, okay.
What the? Oh!
Oh yes, I've seen this sort of thing before. Much as I wish I hadn't.
I don't believe it.
Just straight off ripped off the Shadow Border. Copyright infringement. Ban them. Copyright claim them.
You certainly won't be buying that in a dollar store anytime soon. What a bizarre design. It reminds me a bit of the kite we used in Russia. Hey, knock or not, I'm willing to give credit where credit is due. But this is really pushing the limits of my tolerance. If I don't turn that thing into scrap right away, I will never be able to forgive myself for letting something so garish endure. The enemy is preparing to attack, Master. Even its cannon design is almost absurd.
Well, I'm sorry to ask you this of you, Miss Sarah. But we would be so kind as you to do something about that thing for Da Vinci's peace of mind and our safety, though not necessarily in that order. Okay. Why does it have a tiger head? That's what I want to know. Okay. Oh, this music? Why? That's pretty funny. Why this music? Isn't this the... from the first summer event? Isn't that what this is from? I'm pretty sure it is. Which is pretty funny. That's funny, to use that music. That's pretty funny. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Oh, Jesus. Okay. That is pretty fucking funny, though. That is pretty funny. It's just funny. That they use that music for this, but alright. Yeah, we're fine. This is fine. So strange, though. Not gonna lie. Very odd, but okay. This is fine. Almost dead. Now he's dead. Hog. That's, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay. I'll find him again. I'm okay with that. So we'll go with this team again, and let's go. Should be easy. Damn, this thing is flimsy! Indeed. If they had copied the border's armor and its ability to withstand a zero sale, then we would have truly a formidable foe on our hands. But what they have done here...
How disappointing. It did have some impressive artillery, but that doesn't mean much if a good punch breaks it.
Well, let us not forget that a blow from a servant is considerably more powerful than a conventional weapons. So I don't know if I'd go so far as to call it a piece of junk or poorly made. So it was an unmanned vehicle, just like the mechanical soldier. Still, I'm surprised it was made so quite roughly. Wait.
Yep, I got a bad feeling about this too. It looks like it was designed with an emphasis on mass reproducibility rather than the performance of individual units, which would mean...
There's more of them. Yep. Yo, Lord. There's a whole bunch of them! Oh, I knew it. trying to overwhelm us with sheer numbers. True.
Pardon them. Kill them with fire. Somebody get me an anti-world Nova Phantasm right now!
Da Vinci's like, burn them, kill them all. Kill every last one of them! Basically, is Da Vinci right now. Basically Da Vinci right now, which is pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Let's go ahead and get rid of that so it can build up again. There's 8 of them. Oh boy. 8 of them. 8! That's not too bad though. I assume one's gonna have a lot of HP though. I assume. Could be wrong. But it's what I'm going to assume. It's what I'm going to assume for the time being. That there will be one with a lot of HP. HP builds, which isn't surprising at all. This really isn't that bad. It's pretty okay. Damn. Okay. Alright, down, dead. Stop attacking them, it'd be so amazing. Okay. Hopefully this kills this one. Hopefully. Yep. Truly an epic gaming moment. Damn, I thought maybe. Alright. I thought maybe. Pog. Only 3 left. Give me the last one so I can figure out what he's got going on here. Okay, that's what I about expected. So. Okay, let's finish this off. This really isn't that hard. Pog. Okay, I thought that it might do that, but it's fine. It's fine. Hi, Angry Manju. What's up? Angry Mango. Mayu, whatever the fuck your name is. Mayu. I don't know. Damn, surprised I didn't kill you. Surprised that didn't kill him. Not gonna lie. There, now he's dead.
Like, yeah, he's gonna die eventually.
And there she goes. Could be worse. Alright, let's get rid of this dude. Pog. Ease clap. Ease clapoo. Ease clap. Dab on him. Dab dab. Dabu dabu. Pagu pagu. Poggy woggy froggy dog.
All of the hostiles have been eliminated. Man, I'm exhausted. Oh. That does it! Gather up all the remains, every last piece! If that's how they want to play this, I'm going to analyze the shit out of these things and beat them at their own game!
Yes, Da Vinci is a force to be reckoned with once she gets fired up. I have every confidence she'll soon be unveiling a new invention, the likes of which mankind has not yet dreamed of. You two are very good friends, aren't you? Yeah, true.
The things were completely useless.
Interesting. Perhaps he rushed them into production too quickly. In retrospect, perhaps it would have been better not to use the same control system we used for the automatons, whatever. Very well then, we shall simply have to remotely pilot the next version ourselves. And to further ensure their success, we will allocate 0.03% of our resources toward their production.
Oh, how reassuring!
Oh my, the Emperor really means business.
Are we sure of that?
Huh, okay. Alright. That happened. Getting closer to the center though, fuck. Which I assume is where, oh hey, there's the shadow border! We need that. We need that. Alright, I'm gonna grab you. We're gonna change this though. This. Let's bring... There you go. And we'll keep you there just in case. Put you there. Okay, let us go.
Let's go, let's fight, let's win. The enemy have really started to go on the offensive, haven't they? Foe!
Well, we are getting close to the capital, and it's difficult to mask our intentions at this point. No doubt all the troops that were patrolling the other areas will be called back to help defend XIANG. This will not be an easy fight.
I'm also a little unnerved that Okta Yume Ren hasn't made a move since Ankang.
Agreed. I cannot begin to guess what might be going through her head. But she appeared to me as though she were hesitant to make use of her power as a true ancestor. Or, to take a different perspective, she may have refrained from attacking us. Because she knows she could use her true ancestor powers to wipe us out here at her leisure. And a mentally plausible theory, given how confident we know true ancestors to be. In which case, it is unlikely Yume Ren would interfere with us again before the final stage of this battle. She is determined not to be seen fighting, but she is also dead set on ensuring this Lostbelt's survival. It is therefore extremely likely that she will sit back and allow him to army to eliminate us for the time being, and only in a step as the final line of defense once we have reached the Tree of Emptiness.
Sounds about right. Lucky for us that May Ren isn't a warmonger. That aside, we're still no closer to tracking down this Lostbelt's Tree of Emptiness. And it's very possible the next time we see you, May Rain, will be when we find the tree is hidden. Looks like the chit-chat will have to wait. We've got more company.
Oh joy. I don't want to complain, but I'm starting to get a little worn out here. And we certainly can't have our master running her medical circuits at full speed right now.
The hell are you guys moving around for? We're almost at the enemy's doorstep. Now's our chance to finish this.
We have finally rendezvoused. I am so sorry I did not get here sooner, Master.
Mordred! Hog!
What about the villagers?
Don't worry, found the perfect cave for them to hole up in. And they've got a good enough food that they ought to be set for a while.
All we need now to do is defeat him before their food stores run out. It's good to have you both back.
Go on then, have at them!
Boo, boo!
Okay. Pog, 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 pog. Pog, 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 pog. Ease clap, all these ease fights. After some hard shit that makes sense though. Alright, what we got? Okay. Let's get rid of that first. Why you gotta target Ku, man? Why you gotta target Ku, though? That's my bae. That's my boy. That's my boy, Ku Cohen. I love him. I will always love him. Alright, why not? Why the heck not, right? Am I right? Why not? Hog, hog, ease clap.
Easy clap, boo. Oh, so easy.
This is not so easy. Surprised they're not attacking Scotty. Wow, they're still not attacking her. Okay, there you go. I'm like, you gonna attack him anytime soon? I mean, oh, poor. You could stop doing that. That'd be great. If you just didn't do that, it'd be super pog. Be the most pog thing in the world if you just stop. And you did, so fuck you. Fuck you, machine, fuck you.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Alright. What we're gonna do here. Alright, this is what we're going to do. This. Do that. Go, guys, fight, win.
Bastante! Desuga! Listen!
Dead. And dead. Now we just need to kill one more. And we're set for life. For this fight, at least. Oh, come on, Ku. Come on, Ku. Really? Really, Ku? Really, Ku? Really? You gonna do us dirty like that? But okay. Whatever, Ku. Whatever. Okay, Ku. You do what you do. Oh, jeez. Alright. Now what?
All hostiles eliminated. I think we should be safe for now.
That's what you said last time.
Let us take a short break, but do not let your guard down.
Say, I don't recognize you guys. Hell, I'm not even sure what the hairy one's even supposed to be. He's a horse.
Oh yes, forgive me. I am Shen Gong, and this is... how do I explain?
Ha ha ha! What's to explain? You all know me! I'm Lu Bu Fengshan! Uh-huh. How come alter ego fox bitch is hanging with What does she mean, uh-huh?
Sarah, you still have a fever. Have you not been cured of the poison?
Well, I'm afraid not. As of yet, we've only been able to treat the director. Indeed, procuring another antidote for Miss Sarah is one of several reasons why we must make haste to XIANG.
Well, you heard the man. Now, do you think you could maybe stop with the murderous glare? It's making me want to murder you right back.
Huh? So you got no problem with turning traitor on Qin Shi Huang and the Cryptors, huh?
I'll admit that Caldia and I will never exactly be the best of friends. But I'm willing to swallow my distaste if that pompous emperor gets some much-deserved comeuppance. Comeuppance, not puance. What the fuck am I saying?
That right. Well, there's no better way to stick to an enemy than to strike while things are in their own house are a total cluster. Don't worry, traitor. I won't be kicking you out. At least not until you betray us.
Yeah, I can see that happening. The enemy is drawing nearer to XIANG all the time. They are too close now for us to employ another orbital strike without endangering the capital.
Fuck yeah, fuck you.
How fair the capital's defenses.
For the time being, I'm having Lady Langyu fortify our frontline defenses. In the meantime, I'm afraid we have no choice but to hold them off with more waves of automatons and that thing.
Your Imperial Majesty, I'm basically bold. I would ask that you give the order to the other Royal Guard to join the battle. We hate to admit that matters have reached the point where that is necessary. But perhaps it would be cruel to keep you hunting dogs on your leashes when the scent of battle is so near. Very well. You have all been training your kung fu for just such an occasion. Go, show our enemy your skill. We will, Your Imperial Majesty.
Okay, great. Great. Pog. Fuck. Well, next time, we will do that. So, I hope you guys know this part, and I'll see you guys in whatever Let's Play video I do next is, okay? Bye!
I believe we can fly.